What would you do if you found a secret letter hidden by your husband, a letter filled with fears, doubts, and a truth he kept quietly in his heart? Today's story takes us inside that moment, when Eleanor opens the envelope and discovers a side of Michael she never knew existed. Hello my sweet viewer, welcome back to the channel. Today I got an interesting story for you. I have also added some daily use phrases and some practice questions to improve your English. So let's get started. The old mahogany desk in Michael's study was not a place Eleanor usually touched. It was his space, his quiet corner, filled with papers and order that only he seemed to understand. But this Friday was different. Michael was away at a conference, and Eleanor finally had a free afternoon. She decided to face the one drawer he had promised to clear for months, the miscellaneous documents drawer. Which, of course, meant random papers that might be important, or things as useless as expired coupons from years ago. She hummed softly to herself while sorting. Old bank statements, unfinished crossword puzzles, and a surprising number of pens that no longer worked. It was strange, but also a little satisfying, like digging through forgotten layers of their shared life. Then, deep at the very back, under an old geology textbook Michael hadn't touched since college, her fingers found something different. Stiff. Not exactly paper, not exactly cardboard. It was an envelope. Thick, cream-colored, its edges slightly soft with time. No stamp, no return address. Only one thing on the front, her name, written in Michael's clear, confident handwriting. Eleanor. Her heart gave a quick, strange skip. Michael often left her small notes, reminders, birthday cards, little messages. But this looked different. Formal. Serious. And then she noticed something else. A date. Written at the bottom corner, almost hidden. October 12th, 10 years ago. She froze. 10 years. At that time, they had been married for 5 years. Happy years, filled with new beginnings, buying their first home, and dreaming together. What could he have written to her back then, and why had he never given it to her? A sharp worry grew in her chest. Her first thought, was it about another woman? No, that wasn't Michael. He had always been steady, trustworthy, someone she could depend on. But still, hiding a letter for a decade meant something. Her hands trembled as she turned the envelope over. The seal was still intact. Never opened. Which meant she was the first person about to read it. And it had been meant for her. Slowly, carefully, she opened it. Inside were 2 neatly folded pages. Michael's handwriting stretched across them, steady and slanted, the same she'd seen in notes for years. She took a deep breath and began to read. My dearest Eleanor. If you are reading this, then it means I could not say these words out loud. Maybe this is my way of trying. Tonight, I'm sitting by the window, watching the rain, thinking of you, of us, and the big decision we have to face. Eleanor frowned slightly. Big decision? 10 years ago? She thought back. They had made many decisions over the years, buying their home, moving cities. But this letter sounded heavier. She continued reading. All right, let's take a short break and practice some English grammar. 1. When Eleanor, the letter, her hands were shaking. A. Read. B. Was reading. C. Reads. 2. The letter, was hidden for years, shocked Eleanor deeply. A. Which. B. Who. C. Where. 3. If Michael, her earlier, she would not have been so surprised. A. Tells. B. Told. C. Had told. Now look at the answers and their reasons. 1. When Eleanor, the letter, her hands were shaking. Answer, was reading. Reason, the action reading was happening for some time, not just once. Her hands were shaking, shows 2 actions happening together. We use past continuous. 2. The letter, was hidden for years, shocked Eleanor deeply. Answer, which. Reason, we use which to add extra information about a thing, the letter. Who is only for people, so which is correct. 3. If Michael, her earlier, she would not have been so surprised. Answer, had told. Reason, this is about the past, not now. In unreal past conditions, we use had plus past participle. So, had told is correct. Well done. Let's continue the story. I've tried to bring this up, but the words won't come. They feel like failure when I try to say them. You always seem so strong, so sure. I don't want to weigh you down with my fears. This business venture, it feels like everything we've worked for is at risk. Our savings, our comfort, our future. You are brave, you said we should take the leap, believe in the dream. And I do. I believe in us. But I also carry doubt. I worry I won't be enough. That if it fails, I'll pull you down with me. That I'll stop being the husband you deserve, the one who protects, who provides. Her eyes widened. She remembered now. 10 years ago, Michael had been offered a risky promotion and investment. They had stayed up many nights talking about it. She had encouraged him with all her heart, believing he could do it. He had seemed excited, sure of himself. She had never seen this side of him, the anxious side hidden in this letter. I didn't want to tell you how scared I was. How I woke up in the middle of the night, thinking of everything that might go wrong. I knew you would reassure me, but I couldn't bear the thought of you suffering because of my failure. So I wrote this. Not as goodbye, never that. But as an explanation, in case the worst happened. If I fail, please know it was not because I didn't love you. It was because I was afraid. Too proud to admit it to your face. No matter what happens, remember you are my light, my anchor, my everything. Thank you for believing in me, even when I could not believe in myself. I will try my best, for us. Always yours, Michael. Eleanor lowered the pages slowly, her throat tight. Tears blurred her eyes. She remembered that time so clearly. Michael had taken the promotion, made the investment, and it had worked. Within 3 years, he had built something stable and successful. They had gained more than they ever expected. She had thought he had been confident all along. But this letter told a different truth. He had been terrified. And he had carried that fear alone, just to protect her. The sound of the front door opening pulled her back. Michael's voice echoed in the hall, warm and familiar. Ellie? You home already? Conference ended early. She quickly folded the letter, smoothing the creases. Her heart raced, but now with love, not fear. She wasn't angry. There was no anger in her at all. Only a deeper understanding of the man she had lived beside for years. Michael stepped into the study, loosening his tie, still holding his briefcase. He noticed her, and then he noticed the letter in her hands. His eyes widened, and for a moment his face showed something unguarded, surprise, maybe even embarrassment. Ellie? His voice was careful. What's that? She lifted it gently. Your letter, she said softly. From 10 years ago. He let out a long sigh, rubbing his forehead. Ah, that? I wondered if I should have destroyed it years ago. I never planned for you to see it. It was just me, in a weak moment. She shook her head, smiling through the tears still in her eyes. Not weak. Afraid, yes. But full of love. Michael, you carried all that fear alone. I never knew. He came closer, carefully taking the letter from her. He looked at it like it was a ghost from another life. I didn't want you to worry. I thought you needed me to be strong. Writing this reminded me why I had to keep going. Then everything worked out, and I never needed to give it to you. He smiled faintly. It's a reminder of how close I came to breaking. Eleanor stepped into his arms, pressing her face against his chest. His arms wrapped around her, holding her the same way he always did, safe, steady, warm. You never broke, Michael, she whispered. You've always held us together. They stayed like that, in the soft glow of the late afternoon sun, dust floating in the golden air around them. The letter, once hidden, no longer a secret, now lay between them as something else entirely, a quiet proof of love, of fear, of the strength they had always shared. Here are 10 daily life-friendly sentences with simple meanings. I need to talk to you. Meaning, I want to speak with you. Why didn't you tell me before? Meaning, you should have told me earlier. I was scared to lose you. Meaning, I felt afraid you might leave. Can we sit and talk now? Meaning, let's discuss calmly together. Please be honest with me. Meaning, I want the truth from you. I kept this secret for years. Meaning, I didn't tell anyone for a long time. You mean so much to me. Meaning, you are very important to me. I didn't want to hurt you. Meaning, I tried to protect your feelings. Let's forget the past and move on. Meaning, stop thinking about old problems, start fresh. I am happy you are with me. Meaning, I feel good because you are here. I hope you liked the story. Drop in the comment which phrase or word did you learn today. And please make sure to like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.